Welcome back to our journey through the Bible. On a sun-drenched limestone hill, a young shepherd boy named David watched over his father's flock. He was just 14, but he knew these Judean hills and these 53 sheep like the back of his hand. As the sun painted the sky in gold, a tune formed on his lips, the words flowing from a place of deep knowing. The Lord is my shepherd. It was a simple thought, yet profound. David was a shepherd, but he understood that he too was being shepherded. Just as his sheep trusted him for food, water, and protection, David trusted the Lord. He learned to be a good shepherd by watching the greatest shepherd of all. The next morning, David didn't lead his flock to the nearest patch of grass, which was sparse and dry. He guided them on a longer journey, up winding paths to a hidden valley with a lush green meadow. As the sheep grazed contentedly, David whispered, "He makes me lie down in green pastures." He realized God didn't just give him enough. He provided abundantly. He led him to places of true rest and satisfaction. By midday, the sun was harsh, and the sheep were thirsty. David avoided the nearby rushing stream, knowing its fast current could frighten his flock. Instead, he led them to a calm, shallow pool where the water was still and safe. "He leads me beside still waters," David murmured. When his own soul was troubled, God led him to peace, to a stillness where he could be refreshed without fear. "He restores my soul," he added. Yes, when he was weary, God renewed his strength. As evening approached, David chose the harder, longer path home, the path of righteousness. It wasn't the easy shortcut through a dangerous ravine, but the safe, wise route. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. He understood that following God's right way, even when difficult, honored God's name and kept him safe. Then came the moment he would never forget. With a storm brewing, the only way home was through a deep, dark canyon called the Gorge of Shadows. The sheep grew nervous, and David felt a chill of fear. Then he heard it, the low growl of a lion echoing in the darkness. "Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death." The words sprang to his mind. His heart pounded, but he kept walking. "I will fear no evil, for you are with me." God was here in this terrifying place. That changed everything. He raised his staff, loaded his sling, and stood his ground. He sent a stone cracking against the rock near the lion's head. Surprised by his boldness, the lion retreated into the shadows. David trembled, but he understood what it meant to truly trust his shepherd. Emerging from the gorge, he found a protected clearing. He built a fire and ate his simple meal, even as he heard predators in the distance. "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." God provided safety and peace, even when danger was near. "You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows." He remembered Samuel's anointing. God's blessing wasn't just enough. It was abundant. Lying under the stars, David felt a profound certainty. "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life." God's provision and compassion weren't just waiting for him. They were actively pursuing him. "And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." That was the ultimate promise, an eternal home with his shepherd. Years later, King David, old and scarred from countless battles, picked up his harp. He had faced his own lions and walked through his own dark valleys. But through it all, the Lord had been his shepherd, and the song he sang that day would echo through centuries, a timeless reminder for all of us. The valley of the shadow is real. So is the shepherd who walks through it with you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.